Etapu, assalamu alaikum, namaste, haru nefer. This is Kasakma Keparu with another video for you. And in this video, I want to talk about Black lives are the better test for white destruction. But before I do that, I want you to hit the like button on this video. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to get notifications of when I go live and when I upload recorded videos. If you're interested in learning more of the esoteric and my spiritual teachings, please click on the links below and you can download free ebooks, which takes you into a deeper dive of my teachings. They are free, so download and start reading them today. If you're interested in really getting instruction on my teachings, you can become a Patreon supporter for as little as $1, $5, $20 per month. You can cancel it anytime. There's never any obligation. You'll get free oracle readings. You'll get instructional videos on how to meditate, how to invoke spirits, how to create magical amulets. And now we have Qigong classes going on, so that'll be great. So become a Patreon supporter. Last but not least, share this video with family and friends so we can get this revolution started. So, Haru Nefer, how are you? I made a video the other day that talked about the control system that really governs most African Americans here in North America and what that really is about. I'm going to go a bit deeper into that and talk about that again today because I need to repeat myself, because when I look in the comments field and I get emails, I see people miss the mark. They don't really understand what I was trying to say. It's okay. It takes some time for it to penetrate and to gel, to crystallize before you really understand what I'm getting at. Unfortunately, too many of us are caught up in the whole house field slave mentality or the whole Malcolm X revolutionary change. That is dead. That is not what I'm talking about. You're not going to get anywhere resurrecting those individuals and their philosophies, because those philosophies worked at that period in time. You're gonna have to take a whole new approach for what we're dealing with now, especially with COVID-19. You know, I want you to understand there have been news reports that have been going out. Most recently, they put a report out. What's going on in New York City is that the disproportionate number of African Americans are being harassed for not wearing masks, and they're being cited or given summonses for not wearing masks. I totally understand what's going on, and I know that's exactly what is happening. When I was in New York, I had an incident where I was trying to jump on a train and the doors closed abruptly. And this was very unusual. And I knew something was up. And lo and behold, an officer grabbed me from behind, plainclothes officer, pulled me to the back of the subway station where I saw was a gathering of all Black people. And they were all given summons for holding the doors, quote, you know. And I actually fought that ticket in court. And one of the individuals who was with me pointed out that these are all Black people. You're not arresting any white people. Now, there was another incident that happened in an all-white, mostly white city. And what they found out was that a disproportionate of individuals who were being, who were given tickets for parking were African Americans, when the city was predominantly 70% white. How could that be? So the city refused to turn over the necessary information to validate this. So the federal government had to step in, sue the city, get the information, and those tickets or those summons were wiped. This is what's happening in America. Black men and women are being targeted for a specific reason. We all know this, but the news report is slowly leaking these things, and things like COVID-19 are exposing it and exposing what they're doing. All kinds of tricks and tactics to create stress in your life. I don't know, and the problem that I had, and this is what was the most disgusting part about the incident that I went through, when the subway doors closed abruptly, and it was obvious they told the conductor to close these doors abruptly so they could harass and ticket young African-American men and women. But the thing that was so insidious about it was the individuals that were handing out the tickets was African-American men and women police officers. So I want you to understand that you're dealing with your own kind who have been appointed taskmasters to keep you in check, taskmasters to subjugate you. That is what is going on. This is why this system, this matrix of control, is going to be so difficult to dismantle, because you're dealing with insiders. Now, I don't want you running around calling people coon, agent provocateurs, and this and that. That is stupid. That is a dumb thing to do, because those individuals are not really the real problem. It is the ones in higher office as the archetypes and the orchestrators of this. that we're going to have to deal with. And until white America understands that there is a type of conspiracy, there is a beta test that is going on that has been conducted on African Americans that is going to be leveraged and used for the masses of white people in North America. Until white people wake up to that fact, you see, you got these dumbass white people walking around in the conspiracy theory arena talking about, oh, you know, they're going to put a new world order in place. They're going to subjugate us. They're going to have this matrix of control, when this has already happened to the masses of African Americans in this country, and it was called slavery, where our minds were manipulated to embracing European ideology, European thought process, European religion. So what is happening to the dominant white society now? They are being manipulated mentally to accept a police state called COVID-19. You see, they're not drawing the lines. They're not connecting the dots. They don't see that what we have gone through is exactly what George Orwell in his book 1984 and August Huxley in The Brave New World was predicting, that the coming global conspiracy, global domination would be first and foremost a capturing and an imprisonment of the mind, not the physical body, because they cannot, it is impossible for them to impose any rules and regulations on a global level because we outnumber them. So what do they have to turn and do? They have to work on our psyches. They have to craft, through social engineering and genetic engineering, they have to craft the perfect being, the perfect human, who will go along, advocate for his or own enslavement, his or own imprisonment. This is what they're going after. This is the plan. This is the matrix. And it has been first done successfully on African Americans. Now they're leveraging that technology and they're going to use it on the masses of white people in the country. And if they don't wake up and connect the dots to what happened with African Americans and see that it's coming their way, they're going to lose. Well, they already lost. We know that. You know, we lost. We lost Africa, rich in natural resources. We lost it. So there needs to be a galvanizing of forces between the mass white population and mass black population come together to awaken to the fact that there's a sinister force controlling the planet that we don't see, that is pulling the strings, and that those in government are puppets. And what I went over in my video the other day when I talked about the masses of black people and how we are subjugated, is through four primary measures. One is social engineering. Well, let me trace it back. We'll start there. Social engineering. Everything that we see and exposed to is conditioning our minds to stay within defined parameters, to not overstep our bounds. You see, the reason you see all of these things that are affecting young African American men, they're getting shot down by police, they're getting shot down by militia, they're getting shot down by white supremacists. We're getting angry, but we're doing nothing. The reason that the majority of African people, or ADOS, or foundational Black Americans, whatever you want to call yourself, have not stood up and done anything, because you are programmed not to. You're not built that way. The way you are now is a product of genetic and social engineering. And I don't care how mad you get, you're not going to step out those assigned parameters for you, because you weren't built that way. You weren't bred that way. And I talked about in my previous video how there were breeding farms in the plantations during slavery. And many people don't get it, that those breeding farms were not just there to produce lighter skinned babies, but they were there to produce subservient, servile beings who would be complacent, passive, and go along with their enslavement. Thus, the black man and black woman you have today. Next is the white man and white woman. That's what's coming next. So I don't care who gets upset, how much anger you demonstrate. You are not going to take up arms and do shit because you are not genetically engineered to do that. You're genetically engineered to do the exact opposite, to stay within your bounds. And based on that engineering that has come out of slavery, coupled with that is the reinforcement of the social engineering, which is mainly we have a diet of garbage. We watch mainstream media, we play video games, we listen to rap music, we talk about sports. That's a diet of garbage. That is Caesar keeping you docile. That is Caesar creating the games for you to keep you from getting involved in politics, and keep you getting involved in higher knowledge. Moving on is the imprinting in the DNA and in your psyche of terror. You have been under constant terrorism from the time from slavery to Jim Crow to now. You have been under pressure and the arm of terrorist activity perpetrated against your family and you. And that terror has a direct impact on your psyche and what you will and what you won't do. And I don't give a damn what you talk about, how many guns you profess you have, how much you say you're a member of the NOI or whatever. You ain't gonna do jack shit because you're programmed to stay within your bounds. And that programming is strong. The next thing is we have the occult practices. This is the pendulums. This is the ergomores that exist in the ether. They are constantly downloading information to your psyche, which keeps you to be a servile and docile program. Oh, the program would allow you to get upset and get mad and profess that you want change, but you'll never do anything because you're not programmed to. You see, what I'm trying to tell you is that you're ill, you're sick, you have a virus. And unless you get the necessary antivirus software to purge yourself of that programming, which is the genetic engineering, the social engineering, the occult ergomores and pendulums, and the terrorism that has been impregnated into your DNA, you're not going to do nothing. And you, first and foremost, don't want to hear that you're sick. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear they're mentally ill. You see, we are playing a game. We're playing a role in this country, and the role is the thing that's killing us. We're trying to act normal. We're trying to say, we're okay. We're on par with white America. We are not. We are not okay. We are sick, and we need medical attention. And that medical attention can only come in the form of things like reparations, where the country has to fess up to what it has done, make amends for it, and then let us take it from there. Black people are the canary in the coal mine. What happens to us is going to happen to the masses of whites in this population, because the things that we have gone through, the slavery, the mind manipulation, the breeding farms, is the exact same thing they're going to do to white America. And these white people in the conspiracy theory arena are so myopic and so racist in their thought process that they cannot connect the dots. And that's designed that way. It is designed that way since Bacon's Rebellion. They know that they need to keep the masses of white people and black people from forming an alliance. The ruling oligarchy knows that that has to be the prime directive. Keep the masses of the population, poor whites, poor blacks, from forming an alliance. And the way you do that is to give the poor whites a white privilege. Give them privilege so that they will never see the inequity that's going on, the inequality, and team up with black people to do something about it. Because as long as they're given privileges, they're not going to do a damn thing about the system. Same thing goes for black women. Give black women more power, more authority over black women, black men. Destroy the male patriarchy in the black community. Put in place a matriarchy where black women are given a bit more privileges. Black women will never align with black men to bring down the system. They know it. It is a sinister, well thought out plan. And they purposely have dumbed down black men to make black men idiots. That all they, I took a poll once, and this poll was to find out what interests do black men have in terms of our STEM programs, or what were their interests. The wide majority frightened me in what their responses were. I began to see the matrix. I began to see the code. The wide majority said they were interested in music. I was like, God, I can't curse. I don't want to take the Lord's name in vain. I was like, damn. I'm talking 80% of the black men that I polled were interested in either music or sports. When you want to destroy people, keep them from the sciences. Caesar's plan, create the games. Distract you with the games. Do you not see what we're dealing with? Do you not understand that your enemy is your own black woman next to you? Do you not see that your enemy is your own black man next to you? Black women are genetically programmed to oppose black men's assertion for authority. They are. It's you can lie, you can deny it. You are programmed, black women are programmed, that when black male try to ascend to any type of position of power, wealth, influence, that they're going to oppose them and challenge them for their power. That's the system. It's designed to do that. Black men are predisposed to accept that black women should lead them. Let me say it again. Black men are programmed to accept that black women should lead them. You have those who should be protecting our society, taking up arms, allowing their women to do the leading. Let me ask you this. What do you see now in white America? Wake up. What do you see now in white America? They are putting white women at the head. They are removing white men from positions of power to put white women in the authority. The same thing they have already done to Black America. They're now doing it to white America. And white men are waking up to it. White men know what's going on. Me Too movement, these mass allegations of rape and sexual abuse. It's all designed to remove power from white males, to put white women in positions of power and lead the family. See, white women are being crafted in the same way Black women have been crafted. White women are crafted to oppose white male authority, to keep white men from ascending to any power. This is why I say we have to connect the dots. We have to see what's going on. And quite frankly, I'm shocked at how, when I talk to Black men, not all, but the level of ignorance, the degree that the program has been so successful. And that's the danger that's approaching white males. See, white males are awakened to the fact they know at least what's going on. Black males don't. They don't. A large majority of them are going along with the program. A large majority of them have not awakened to the program. Don't tell me you're awake, because you're not awake. Because you read some stupid books. Because you think you know about Kemet, Egypt, you're awake. No, you're not. You're stupid. You're a program. Go back into your place. Act according to the code. Because if you were awake, you would be taking up arms and you would be causing hell on this planet. You're weak. You're weak. Do you understand? You're weak. And they're going to make the white man weak too. That's the plan. That's what you're dealing with, a sinister force. They've already created a gender war in the Black community. Don't you see they're doing it now in the white arena? They're doing it now. White women are competing against white male authority. They're slowly removing them from positions of power in government, in Hollywood, in the universities. Why do you think the universities are overridden with feminist ideology? This is all part of the plan. And it's being executed beautifully. And if you come with me with that ignorant talk, we got to do what Malcolm X said, by any means necessary. Shut the hell up. You ain't doing jack shit. The program is going to keep you in place. You see, the talk is one thing, but the action is very different. Those individuals who are very, very deadly are not the ones talking. Think about that. You need to realize what you're up against and what you're dealing with. Stop playing games. So what is the solution? I hate when people, after I've said all that, they come with me and they say, what is the solution? I'm like, did you not hear what I said? You're sick. You need help. You've got to purge yourself of the program first before you can take any action. Don't tell me about action you're going to take, because you're not. You can't. You're not programmed to. Don't you get it? You got to remove the virus. You need the antivirus software first. Then you can talk about make moves. Okay? There's a reason why the Black community hasn't established an economic base. You're not programmed to. It's not going to happen. There's a reason why there's no patriarchy in the Black community. You're not programmed to have it. There's a reason why you haven't risen up and gone after the white supremacist movement who've been putting you in terror for many years. You're not programmed to. I think I've said too much. I've said too much. I should take this video down. I think I'm going to take this video down because it's going to serve no use. People are going to hear what they want to hear, but they're not going to actually hear what I'm saying. They're going to have filters and they're going to selectively hear things and then come at me with these ridiculous solutions. There is only one solution. Fix yourself first. Fix yourself first. Because if you don't fix yourself first, anything that you try to do, you're going to just sabotage it. You're going to sabotage your own efforts because that's how you're programmed. I've always said that Black people have a self-destruct button. There's a reason why Farrakhan is all talk all these years. Talk. In the name of the beneficent Allah. No action. No action. Don't have any businesses. Don't have any land. No action. You're not programmed to. Don't you get it? Thank you all. An opportunity, please donate to the channel. Share this video. Spread the word. Let's wake up Black America. Let's wake up white America to what is going on and somehow make a change. This is Kasarf Maha Keperu, son of Ma'an Tahuti. Ma'at is the beautiful goddess, Heteru, goddess of harmony. Till my next video, Amun Ra.